This is a quick video on how to get your print head out of your P600. You need to remove that screw, where is it there, that threaded one, that self-tapper, that self-tapper, 4 self-tappers, threaded screw. Just pull that section off. Get that out of the way. These side bits can then slide off. They just slid on. And with this section here, I just push down on the top and then pull that out. You can see it's just held on by little tags at the bottom. So it's a push down, get it out. Here. Cables on the side, I always mark the bottom one. I've just put a red felt tip on it and then just pull those out there. They go through a little hole in the side and you're going to have to allow them to come out when you take the top off and then thread them back in when you put the top on. And around the other side it's just the same. That part off, pull down on that, struggle to push it down, that comes out. That's the print head already out that you're going to work on, and these are the nozzles at the back that you're going to put a syringe and a little bit of tube on and gently syringe some cleaner through. I'll go through the cleaner a bit later. Once that's off, it's just 4 screws keeping this on. I should have done this first, shouldn't I? You off. Sorry about the one-handed video. I was hoping somebody would do this for me, but you'll get the gist of it. This one at the side, and there's 2 screws here, one there and one there that I've already taken out. Round to the other side, you can see that I've already taken out that one and the one at the bottom. And there's also one screw there that's keeping it all on. Lift the lid back, undo the screw in the centre there and remove the little black section that was sitting there. Once all that's done, you can flip it around like that just to take the cover off. Before you even start doing any of this, turn it on, let the head come across and then pull the plug out the back. So you're actually leaving your print head in the middle. That'll make it a lot easier to work on. Not impossible if you do a mistake, but try and do that first. You can see now the cover's all loose, and if you pull it from the back like this, it actually unhooks. Pull that bit forward. There, and you see the cables have just come out that section there. And there it is with the top off. You do the reverse, obviously put it back on. Just be careful with these. I always put the lid on roughly and then poke those through and then prop the lid on properly and then put all your screws back again. The head off, I know it's done like this, but it's pretty straightforward. There's one screw to take the top cover off. There is this little section here, just 4 screws there, and just pull out these 2 ribbon cables and these 2 little cables here. Sorry, there and there. Just be aware that one, how these cables go before you do it. Gently move that one out of the way. There is 2 screws. Let's get your screwdriver out. One here that's threaded, and there's another one right down there. You'll need a small screwdriver. Magnetise the end if you can, make it easier. And that's a threaded one on your left. Once you take the threaded one out the left and the self-tapper on your right, you can then hold in this little spindle, jiggle that out, pull that out to one side, and your print head will be sat at the bottom, put 3 screws in. Under those 3 screws, lift the head out, and there's the ribbon cables. You can just give them a little tug to pull them out again. Once you've got this in your hand, all you need to do is put some cleaner through it. Take you around the other side, and don't put it down on the surface. Look, this is a duff head, so I'm not worried about it. Put that on tissue while you're working on it. Now I use a 50-50 mix of this Asda Keep Your Surfaces Clean with a little bit of bleach and very warm water. a 50-50 mix of those two. I then, with a syringe and a little bit of tube, suck up that mixture and do the colour that's causing you a problem. Now you may find it's easier to suck it first, just to make sure you've got something coming through, and then put your cleaning mixture through. So just do it gently, as if you're feeding a sparrow water or something. You really don't go too mad when you, so don't force this through, you just got to gently encourage it, and eventually you'll get a nice curtain of nozzle cleaner coming through there. You'll see it as a come through. If you go for a good one, you'll see what a good one looks like, and then do the faulty one. So that is it really in a nutshell. Popping it back on again, obviously you will pop your ribbon cables back on, put the head in, feel that it's nice and central, pop all the screws in place, then pop the damper station back on, put your threaded screw on the left, tap it there, self tapper on the right, then jiggle that on, put the cables back, and that's it. While it's like this, I usually just pop these cables back in again and then turn it on and run it like that. So give it lots of cleans and so you go. Now I also do something else which you may want to do or not want to do, but I will tell you about it. I use two syringes when I do this job. So if it's your photo black that's faulty, I would get a syringe full of genuine Epson photo black, pop it on that nozzle there. You know, just I can't really do it while I'm holding this camera, but you get the idea. You're just popping it on that little plastic part like that, and then go to where the black is, the photo black on this damper station, and I suck with my right hand the colour that's got problem, and gently push the ink that hasn't, again at this end, sorry, that has got the problem. So it has to, this system has to push and suck at the same time in order to get it through. So if there's any air down this tube, it will get rid of it. So I'm gently syringing genuine Epson ink in there and gently sucking it out through there. And then when I've got a syringe full of ink on my right hand side and an empty one on my left, virtually, don't go fully empty or fully full, and then you know you've got tons of ink in that line, and then put the head back, put it back together again, and hopefully that'll do it. I hope that's good enough for you. I know it's been a bit quick, but any questions, let us know.